Difficult to think of so many highlights. I suppose the first time anyone gave us money was quite a highlight because we weren't expecting it, and I never expected how many people would want to join forces with us. So I set it up 20 years ago with just £15,000, and after a few years someone wrote to me out of the blue saying, is there room for another award? And I said, of course there is. I mean, I never dreamt anyone else would be interested in this, but yes, please join in. And then we've now raised over £10 million and funded 160 conservationists working in 70 countries around the world.
What was the original motivation behind actually setting up the award?
The motivation was to make sure the money got through to where it was really needed, and it was very easy to see large governmental grants being announced and then very hard to see where they really ended up. And I wanted to go to local people who lived in the area and could really implement change, and they knew what was best for that area. And then if they were successful and other people could see that, and this is not just in terms of saving wildlife for the sake of saving wildlife, but also saving an area, saving local economies, then they could expand their work.
Would you care to comment on any of this year's finalists in particular?
Well, this year's finalists are all highly articulate. To win this award, you've got to have done the science, you've probably got to have set up your own charity, you've probably got to be employing 5 or 6, possibly more people, and you've got to be able to persuade people that what your vision is the vision that they want to implement. So you've got to be able to see the problems and come up with solutions for them. And that's not easy. Often it's easy to be just an academic and be rather abstract, or you can just be a local you can be a sort of local voice in the wilderness, but to combine the science with the pragmatic knowledge, that's the difficult thing, and that's what they all excel at doing.
So they really are the best of a bunch here today then?
Well, these 7 winners this year have emerged from over 200 applications. There's very difficult obstacle course they have to get through to come to the top, and they join our growing network of leading conservationists around the world.
What doors other than funding do you feel that the award opens for the winners?
Well, the fantastic thing is the interest of the press, which adds to the oxygen of the debate about what sort of world we want to hand over to our children. And if the press isn't interested, and if these people don't have a platform to speak from, then a lot of those decisions get taken out of our hands, and we only live to see the consequences of them.
Where do you see it going in the next 10 years? Have you got any goals, or do you take it year by year?
Well, we take it year by year because we don't have any capital, so what we raise we give out, and we raise and give out approximately £1 million a year, and we could double that, we could treble it. What I see is a more and more successful backlist of people who we can then work together. There's a network of people out there who are the best in their countries, and we'd like to just gradually keep expanding that because they are the people we look to as their experts in their countries.
Do you feel that there's been a growing public interest in environmental issues recently?
Yes, I think there is. I think there's a great thirst to understand what is best. We have a winner from the Congo this year, so that's a country where there have been 6 million people killed in the last decade. Our winner has had to flee from his village. He's had 12 members of his family killed, and he's seen people around him raped and slaughtered. Now he's trying to save gorillas. But of course it's much more complicated than that, because you might think, why is saving gorillas, why is that a priority in a country where 6 million people have just been slaughtered? And his argument is that if you lose the gorillas, if you lose the forest, you will not have clean water, you will have an impoverished landscape and a more impoverished people. And so it's a very difficult balance he's trying to tread. It's a very complicated world out there. And unless we meet someone from the Congo who can come and tell us about it, as an outsider, it's very, very hard to judge.
In that sense, do you feel that conservation aids human communities?
Yes, I think it's essential. I think they both aid each other.
And finally, have you got any special celebrations planned for tonight, given it's the 20th anniversary?
Well, it's always a wonderful celebration, but the real celebration is seeing these inspiring people on the stage. And for them, it's a big leg up. And what often happens in their world is they'll then get a call from the president the next day. What's all this about? I haven't heard of you. What are you doing in London? What are you doing with Princess Anne? Come and explain yourself. And then very often they then get an award themselves in their own countries, and they get political access that they've been denied up until now. And that for me is the real celebration.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.